but every time I eat oatmeal, I'm always super thirsty, like right after. I don't know if it's because the cinnamon, the oatmeal itself, or the milk, but I just get so thirsty. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about how I cleared up my skin a long time ago where I had really bad acne, and how I got it to how it is today. So I came on this video to show you guys my skin in its natural state. I am currently breaking out, and if I'm looking to the side, it's because I have my laptop as my monitor, so I'm able to see what I'm showing you guys. But I have a couple breakouts over here on this side, and this is usually like my problem area, but I do have like a pimple somewhere here in the middle of my nose. I have some of my temples that just came out, but it is that time of the month, so it is inevitable at this point. Long story short, I still want to show you guys how I ended up clearing my face up from what it used to look like before to how it looked after. All the products I'm going to mention that I use to clear up my skin, and I'm sorry if the lighting is changing. I'm obviously using natural lighting, so that's out of my hand. I don't have every single product that I'm going to mention physically because I no longer use some of those. After a couple months and a couple times of using them, I think my skin got used to it and it just did not work for me anymore. And I'm being completely honest with you guys, letting you know what was working for me then, it might not be what's working for me now. A little backstory on my skin. I had been having acne prone skin. My skin is oily, so obviously with that comes acne. My acne got bad in college and it was just so bothersome, and it really did play a role into affecting my self-esteem because I always try to use makeup to cover it up, which is the worst thing that you can ever do. But you have to do what you have to do in order to feel better, I guess. But then it came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm just clogging my pores, making it worse for myself. So I just let my skin be, and I would literally just walk around with my acne all over, and people would actually tell me like, you should use these products. Like, people I don't even know would stop me and tell me that I should use certain products, which is like, I'm already trying everything to minimize the amount of acne that I had, and having strangers tell me that I should try something different was just like, come on. I'm trying, I'm doing my research, I'm trying to do everything that I can. But before college, I did end up going to a dermatologist because I did notice that I was getting like certain pimples here and there, and I thought that, okay, maybe the products that I'm using on my skin are not working for me. The dermatologist ended up just telling me to cut off dairy. Like, you're asking me, Ylsibel, you're asking me to cut off dairy? That's hard. Like, I love cheese, I love my pizzas, I love my oatmeal, which includes milk. So cutting off dairy for me, that was just not an option. I was like, okay, she does not know what she's talking about, not gonna do it. I ended up getting topical creams prescribed, and I went ahead to the pharmacy, I bought those products. I guess it kind of worked, but it wasn't really much that it was doing to my skin. If anything, it came to a point where there was once that the topical that I was prescribed actually broke me out in hives, and I wish I still have like those pictures, but I had like rashes all over my skin. Like, my skin was burning, it was hot, it was red, really itchy. Now, after that, I just decided to just let my skin breathe, let it just do whatever it wants, and see where that would take me. So I started using Cetaphil. Cetaphil worked in calming down the redness and the inflammation and everything that was going on because it was really gentle on my skin, but my acne was still there. And that was the one thing that I was just like, come on, like, this is the one thing I want gone, and it just won't leave. Like, come on, what do I have to do to make sure that this acne leaves my skin? I woke up really early one morning for some reason, and I just started doing my research. I went on Sephora. I didn't really see any products that would like appeal to the problems that I was having. So instead what I did was I went on Amazon. So on Amazon, I ended up finding all these products that I'm about to share with you guys, and it just worked. My skin was clear in, I want to say, maybe a couple months, and it remained clear. My acne never surfaced the way that it was previously. I still, obviously, like I do now, I still do get acne, but it's not as bad as it was prior to this routine. I ended up coming across a whole lot of products on Amazon. Like, obviously you always do, you just find a whole surplus of products that you can go buy, and I ended up ranging my filter to the best rated face wash for acne, and I ended up finding Black African soap. Now, I used to always hear things about Black African soap working, but always heard that there would be like fake Black African soaps that would actually burn your skin, and that's one thing that I did not want to go through again. So I was really cautious in selecting the type of soap that I would use. I saw the Shea Moisture one, it had okay reviews, nothing that really amazed me. But then I found this one. So this is the Black African soap, and obviously it comes a lot bigger than this, but I just cut it up every time I use it, and I actually keep it in this Ziploc bag. So that's the Black African soap that I've been using. It literally, when I tell you that my skin feels clean, like extremely clean to the touch, everything about it just feels amazing, and I really love using that soap. Recently I have been playing around with different products. I don't know if that's also the cause to me breaking out. Since 2017 I have been using Black African soap, and I can tell you that it was the best decision I've ever made in my life, the best purchase, and it's so cheap. Like, that's the best part of it, that it was so cheap. I did not mind like rebuying it, especially because it was working. So it's like, okay, why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it, you know what I'm saying? So went off with the Black African soap, and then after cleansing my face, what I would do is use a toner. I would use the Thayer's facial toner, Witch Hazel Aloe Vera formula, and this is in the rose petal one. This is the only one that I've really used, and to be quite honest, I don't feel like I would use any other of their scents. I think I got once, like the purple one. I can't remember exactly the name of the purple one that they have, but this one I love. It literally does what it needs to do. So it says apply with a cotton ball or soft pad to cleanse, soften, refreshen, and moisturize skin. Use anytime throughout the day as a softening refresher. So I literally use this every time after I cleanse my face. Doesn't matter what cleanser I use. I use this, and I've also been going back and forth with the Origins. No, not Origins. What's it called? But I just feel like it also gives me that refreshing glow as well. But this is a toner that I don't think I'll ever stop buying this. And I also do have a backup because, as you guys can see here, it is almost gone. It's almost gone. And this is also another product that I do keep buying as well. And like I said, I don't think I'll stop buying it, to be honest. Now, the next 3 items that I used was the retinol moisturizer, tea tree oil, and rosehip oil. So the tea tree oil, at the time, what I would do was take a couple drops, maybe 2 or 3 drops on my cotton round together with my witch hazel, and I would not dilute it. For me personally, I didn't feel like I needed to. It just worked best for me, especially with the amount of acne that I had. I felt like it was better for me to just leave it in its most natural state. So that is exactly what I did, and it ended up working. My acne didn't really resurface. I didn't really have any new breakouts. My skin was just glowing and looking the best I ever had. And then people even started asking me, like, how did you clear up your skin? Like, how does it look that good? And here it is. This is what I did. This is what I used, and it worked for me. So with the retinol moisturizer and the rosehip oil, I would use the rosehip oil only at night because it was really greasy, obviously, and my skin already being as oily as it is, I didn't want to just like add on to that during the day. I would use the retinol moisturizer during the day with sunscreen. That is one thing that you definitely have to make sure you're doing, especially if you're using retinol in the sun. It's not really recommended to do that, but I just went at my own free will, did what I thought was best for my skin, and that was just it for me. So I would use the retinol moisturizer with sunscreen during the day, so that would be my morning routine, and then at night I'll do the same steps, retinol with the rosehip oil. And the rosehip oil, what it did was help with all the dark marks that I had on my skin, and that was also the next best decision that I had with pairing up the black African soap and the rosehip together. Like those two just married each other. Like they just work amazingly, because black African soap is going to help bring out all the debris, all the dirt, all of that gunk that you may have stuck on your skin or under your skin, while the rosehip oil is going to go ahead and penetrate into your skin, making sure that all of that you have regarding dark marks is vanished within like maybe a month or two. I hope that this video helps you guys in some sort of way. I definitely did want to share this with you guys a long time ago. So of course, do your research. If you have really bad acne at this point, make sure that what you're putting on your skin is not going to burn you or cause flare-ups or anything like that, because that is the most uncomfortable predicament that anyone can ever be in. So if you guys found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and comment down below any other suggestions you may have for someone else who might be going through the same situation. Or if you found this video helpful, let me know if you have any questions regarding the items that I showed, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know what my best tips are. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to go watch my DIY hair mask, which I also will be uploading another video here soon regarding my hair. I thank you guys so much for your support, for sticking around, for subscribing to my channel, and for watching my videos. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.